I didn't even notice this. What? Does that... What? What? No way. No. Oh, the top came off there. But did you guys see that? It actually has a functional eject button. Take my money. Take my money now. Not just one Super Famicom, but two North American SNES case for the Raspberry Pi 3B and B+, both deluxe edition. Functional power reset, functional LED indicator, safe shutdown, safe reset, classic USB controller, all included. Beautiful boxing from RetroFlag, the same people that brought us the original NES Pi case. I was so excited, I had to get it. It's also compatible with the 2B and B+ as well. And they're calling this the SuperPi case and the SuperPi case, the J case and the U case. So J version is the Super Famicom, U version is the North American. I already kind of opened it up, take a peek, read the instructions, and you get the SNES style controller. And man, does this feel and touch and look just like a real SNES controller. There's a lot of cheap knockoff controllers out there, but I mean, this one is definitely very true to the original. Everything from even the concavity, is that even a word? Of the buttons. You know, LR is labeled, select start is labeled, D-pad. It looks like a real SNES controller. So it looks like the controller will work for the Switch, the Windows computer, and a Raspberry Pi. So similar to the iBuffalo. And let's go ahead and look at these cases. So one case. Oh, there's a piece on the side. This is the back cover. And then one case over here. Oh shoot. Look at that. A spring-loaded eject button. Alright, we gotta spend a little more time on this. Oh shoot. And it's an SD card holder. This holds SD cards. Alright, let's grab some SD cards here. We can throw a 200 gigabyte in there. Okay, you can throw that. What about an adapter? Can you fit a whole adapter in there? You have to go sideways maybe? Okay, it is for a micro SD. So micro SD cards only. There's the inside. You can see the springs there to show the spring-loaded capability. You'll notice they do put a slot for 2 of the USBs. You might be wondering why aren't there 4 USB slots. It's because they're actually relocating the USBs to the front of the unit here. So you have, I'm going to take out the screws here for each one. This cover comes off as well. So that cover over there, this cover over here. The safe shutdown, safe reset. And then there's the reset button and then the power button. So if the safe shutdown, if it's off, that means that this is just a hard off and on. If it's on, that means it's going to use the script. Now the script is very handy. If you look at the instruction manual, on the 3rd step there is a website for where you can get the script for it. There's also a lot of pre-made images these days that have the script. Now the Super Famicom controller is going to come with the colored buttons, more to the original. Here's like the iBuffalo, for example. It feels very similar, these two. You just don't get the, this D-pad is a little higher up. But other than that, not a huge difference. The font is a little different. So for this video, I'm going to go ahead and put the Pi in the Super Famicom. The other thing to note is there is a spot here for a 20 or maybe 30 millimeter fan. There's a little latch there. It does not come with the fan, but it already has the positive and negative prongs, so you can easily hook up a fan, plug and play there. So we're going to do this video with a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. So we're going to go ahead and plug in. It's going to eventually go like this. Just plug in the USB. So they say do the USBs first. So let's do that first. USB 1, USB 2. Second, GPIOs. You have one of these missing. I see the missing one. And that should go in the corner like this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the edge. You got the red wire on the far left corner of the Pi. Now we can kind of put these into place. There's a little bit of thermal grease on this Pi from a previous case I had it in. And look at that fit, like with the little curvature there with those USBs. That's nice. There's no pressure here. Like sometimes there's a little bit of pressure. Like they actually shorten the cables just long enough for those to just fit perfectly. Like I'm letting go now. Some of these cases, like they'll pop out and you gotta hold them into place while you're screwing. Yep, 2.5 by 5 inch. You get 3 of them. You wanna put in all the corners of the Pi except the upper right corner one. All right, that is in there, very good. And then we'll go ahead and put the top on here. Look at this micro SD slot. That slot, super recessed. Wow. It's a little harder to access there, but really hidden. Like, you know, they actually went for a more super clean look there. Do you see that micro SD there? So there you go. All put together. That's in the off position right now. You can working reset, working eject, and the power LED indicator there will work. Front USBs with a matching USB controller. All right, so that's with the cover on there. There's your back ports, HDMI, front port USB. You got your cover here with 2 extra USBs and a internet LAN Ethernet. You have a potential fan there. You got your rubber grommets on there. And then here's the Super Nintendo version. Next to it, front USBs, working LED, back ports with a cover as well. If you want to cover that up, that would cover all up like that. It looks something like that. Ventilation, outputs. Micro SD slot is labeled on the US version. A little bit bigger of a slot, but still nice. It says RetroFlag, has the spot for the heatsink as well. Working power, working reset. The RetroFlag icon is much harder to see on the US edition. SuperPi case, it says RetroFlag for all of us underneath all of that, and then working eject micro SD storage. So since I'm recording on both, I'm just going to go ahead and to get started with just turning it off. Just press the switch. It prompts it to go to terminal. And it should execute to off. No more power. Pi is off. Let's try turning it back on. The other thing you're going to notice is I just turned it on. You're going to notice no electrical in the frame at all. Some people say that the RetroFlag cases in the past have drawn too much power. Now that's not to say maybe if you hook a fan up to it as well, but even then I feel like they have fixed a lot of their previous issues. You do Sailor Moon. Wow, that matches everything. So LED light works, power. We're checking out the matching controller. Responsive. Where's the mirror, dude? Let's do a spin right here. Boom. Better pick this up. Ooh, she got me. Fling them. Alright, let's start select out of here. Alright, and now to try the reset button. Alright, it's resetting. Log out. Boom. And that reset it. Power light turned back on. Should be booting up, and there it is. I'm going to have to give these thumbs up. If you guys remember, people were upset. The first one had a Ethernet port out the front. People were like, why isn't there front-mounted USBs? Why doesn't the eject button work? Why doesn't the reset button work? So now we have a unit with every single demand and every little thing people have poked holes in these type of cases for, even has a fan. I mean, this is getting to the point now where they've pretty much done everything you've asked, even the working eject button. So for all those reasons, I gotta give it a thumbs up. The one thing I did not like about it is on the Super Famicom, I don't like the RetroFlag logo in the upper right corner on the top, but you can magic erase that and switch that out with stickers, so that's not a huge deal. These cases are not available yet, but once they are, I'll put links in the description. I mean, based on the packaging, they should be ready to start fulfilling these pretty soon, but maybe they just wanna like hype it up. I'm not entirely sure, but the minute they're ready, I'll be sure to post a link. Let me know what you guys think. That's what I think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.